unscripted.
You know, personally, I try to put my best foot forward when it comes to, any kind of announcements and things like that. When it comes to, Xbox or PlayStation, especially lately, I honestly do my best to make sure that, things are kind of copacetic. And I kind of learned the lesson. I want to be more positive. I think being more positive on my channel has actually helped me to be more positive and enjoying the games and things like that, and thankfully that's been a great thing. That's been a great asset. That's been an amazing kind of thing. I've been having more fun than ever just on the gaming side of things, and I think that is part of the reason why things have been going so well with the channel and things like that. I've just been really having a good time. I think it's been pretty obvious that a lot of people have been just having fun with the channel. I know it's not as big as it used to be or anything like that, but we're still doing things, and we're still having talking about gaming, and still being entertaining and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's like the most important part. As long as we're having fun doing that kind of stuff, that's all that matters, to be honest with you. So I do want to get into this, not great news, but I kind of wanted to tackle the opposite point as well, because I do see the devil's advocate part of this, and it's not exactly like Sony needs to kind of do this and I understand it, but I do want to get started. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you very much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate this. If you just like the video, that's all I ask. That's the simplest thing you can do to help support a channel like mine. Just like the video, share it out, maybe hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it drops. I really do appreciate that, and think you guys are awesome. With that being said, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. I really do think that you're amazing and much appreciated for everything that you do. Thank you guys very much. Okay, so I did a video a little bit back, and it was about Sony rumored to close down the stores of the Vita, the PlayStation 3, and the PSP. And a lot of people are going to faux outrage about this. I get that. It's something that comes with the territory. Mine's not. I'm not outraged. I'm not faux outraged. I'm not any kind of raged, really. The thing that kind of disappoints me the most is like I figure that most people will probably have a PS4 or PS5 by now. And the PS3, clearly, they did have some great games. I'm not going to lie. That's the thing that probably hurts the most, is because the PS3 had some really great games. And to be clear, Sony has made it very clear that if you bought a game digitally, you can still continue to download it, even though there is no store access anymore. So you'll still be able to do that, but the problem really kind of stems from like DLC and stuff like that. Like complete editions don't usually, sometimes you still have to download the DLC. But really, I think the PlayStation Vita in this instance gets the real short end of the stick, mainly because the Vita was still getting games every month or every other month, getting indie games and smaller games and stuff like that. In fact, we saw some of that on social media, that some people were going to have to shut down what they were doing because the store is being shut down and things like that. So I think even worse than, I understand the PSP one most of all, but because I can't imagine that many people are still using that, the store interface and things like that on the PSP. But when it comes to like the Vita specifically, I think that is a little bit short-sighted to cut that out. And then the PS3, I just feel like doesn't make a lot of sense to cut that out. But Sony has made it official. The PlayStation 3, PSP, and Vita web store can no longer be accessed. The web store officially stopped supporting PS3, PSP, and Vita purchases back in October, but the old store could still be accessed via region-specific URL. Over the weekend, however, Sony has disabled access to the old web store permanently. Today's news seems to give more credibility that they're going to actually shut down everything and get everything kind of going, with that, way of thinking. And I think that's going to be something that they that they actually kind of do or whatever. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that kind of works out, since they've closed down the web stores completely. And Sony did actually confirm Monday that the PlayStation Store access for PS3, Vita, and the PSP is going to end this summer. The PS3 and the Vita stores close August 27th. The PSP's remaining purchase functions will end July 2nd, 2021. But PS3, Vita, and PSP owners will still be able to re-download and play any games they purchased through the PlayStation Store, and users can still redeem voucher codes for games and PlayStation Plus 2. Additionally, multi-platform cross-buy purchases are still possible, meaning users can still buy content made available on both PlayStation 4 and PS3, PS Vita, and or the PSP, and players can still access their content by way of the download list on their respective device. Sony also specified that these store closures will not affect any user's PlayStation Now subscription or their access to the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation Vita titles that they claim through their PlayStation Plus subscription. They may still be re-downloaded as long as their PlayStation Plus membership remains current, and PlayStation Plus last month of PS3 and Vita titles was actually February of 2019, but all new purchases are now over. This goes for buying any new game or video content, as well as in-game purchases on the PS3, Vita, or PSP. As a result, players can no longer redeem gift cards through these devices. Either any money still in the user's PSN wallet can only be used to buy content for the PS4 or PS5, and for those who want a refund of any PSN wallet funds left over, once the store closes, Sony will issue refunds and will also provide information on requesting one later. Sony has more information in the FAQ they published, and I'll link that as well, so that you guys can check that out. Obviously, there were reports last week that said the PlayStation Store shutdown for the 3 legacy platforms was imminent. The PS3 went out of production in 2017, the Vita was shut down in 2019, and the PlayStation Portable was discontinued in 2014. So again, a lot of people forget, just because the PS4 came out in 2013, the PS3 was still very much supported for years afterwards, and the Vita literally just shut down, but still got games, and still gets games. So it is a little bit odd and a little bit interesting to sort of see that happen, and just kind of what happens to everybody that's involved with this. And I do hope that we see some things come out here from Sony, and I see both sides of the coin, right? Like, I doubt there's very many people going back and still buying games, but then again, there are still, like, if you have kids or whatever, maybe you get a PS3 as your first starter console, or hand it down, or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you can't buy any digital games or whatever. I just think that that's kind of a sad situation, and also given the fact that once the internal battery dies, I believe you can't access your games anyway. So that's one of the things that I think everybody will probably take into consideration. But for me personally, I do find it a little bit sad, and I also just think that obviously there's going to be those that are going to try to blow this way out of proportion and use it for fanboy wars. Oh, Microsoft doesn't do that. Microsoft, they're all about backwards compatibility and game preservation, and they'll talk up the fact that you can play Xbox or Xbox 360 games, conveniently leaving out that Microsoft indeed shut down all the servers and things like that on the original Xbox years and years ago, despite a very active community on Halo 2. And there's only about 50 games on the original Xbox that are backwards compatible, and 550 out of thousands on the Xbox 360. So while it's kind of apples to oranges to compare the two, it is very interesting to see how these companies go about things, and how these companies kind of do things a little bit differently than each other. And I do think that it's just one of those things that's going to happen eventually. Microsoft is going to pull the plug on Xbox 360 stuff. Those are different servers than the Xbox One. So I can imagine them doing it. That's why they pulled the original Xbox stuff, and we'll see how that goes later on. I do hope to see some of the changes and things like that in the future. This is what sort of worries me in terms of what's going on with the future of gaming, and the digital and the streaming and stuff like that, because really at any time that these companies want, they can just up and pull the rug out from under you, and that's a very scary fact. and disappointing fact. And one of the reasons why I don't mind buying digital still, I mean, it is a little bit more a pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, at least as long as you have a console that works, you can still play these games and things like that. So very interesting to say the least, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Are you guys bummed out about it? Are you guys upset? Does it make no difference to you? Are you indifferent? I just really would love your thoughts and opinions on it. Obviously, there's going to be different thoughts and opinions from people kind of all around, and we're going to have to wait and see how this all pans out. But I do hope that at the end of the day we get some answers, and we get a way to maybe possibly use backwards compatibility on the PS5, which has been rumored as well. So maybe that's something that comes sooner rather than later now. Let me know what you guys think. Please sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'll link all this stuff in the description. Take care of each other. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.